Hi folks, Theo here. I want to show you some great free tools and apps that you can use to increase sales on your website. And the first one I want to show you is Talk2. Basically, it's live chat on your website. Now, normally you have to pay for something like this, but there are now some free apps. And this one here, Talk2, these guys have been around since 2011, and the app has a ton of great features. In fact, this app is better than a lot of the paid live chat apps on the market. Now, they've been developing this since 2011. They've been making it better and better, adding more and more features. Now, it may be that it's not even possible for you to have live chat on your store at all at this stage. But even if there's an hour, say in the evening, perhaps when you're sitting at your computer and you're working on things, then even for that short time, that could be really helpful. And live chat is one of the things that it's very easy to have an assistant, so an outsourced worker, do this for you. So if you get to the stage where you're hiring a full-time or even part-time assistant, you could have that assistant manning the live chat for certain hours of the day, and you would choose the hours of the day when your website is most active, when you've got most visitors coming to your website. And I'm going to be showing you how to determine that as well. So this is what the chat box looks like, but you can customize the colors of this so that it matches your color scheme of your website. So you can modify the size, the colors, the position and the content of it just to suit the theme of your site. You also get a full saved chat history. This is really useful if you've got to go back to look at a chat for a specific customer. It's also really useful to go back and look through the chats, and then you're going to get an idea of what most people are actually asking you. And when you know what most people are going to be asking you, you can set automated triggers based on your visitors visiting a certain page, taking a specific action, because if you look through the chat history, you're going to get a really good idea of the specific things people ask and where they are on the website when they ask these things. It's really, really useful. And you can set shortcodes. So for example, you can set it so that when you type in the word hello, so when somebody first visits your website and you give them, say, a minute and then you type in the word hello, then you only need to type in that one word and the whole sentence comes up, hello, how can we help? Because you've set this as a shortcut. Now here's something that's really, really useful, visitor monitoring. You can track the visitors on your website, watching what they do, which pages they visit. You can even track their geographic location, know when they're coming back to your site, so is this their first visit or are they coming back for a return visit, and other information. This is all extremely useful information. And one of the ways you can find out when your website has the most activity is by looking through the chat history. So once you've built up some chat history, you can look through it and you can determine a pattern. So you're going to get an idea which days have the most activity on your website, which times of the day have you got the most activity on your website. Now, of course, you do need to build up a little bit of history first before you can determine that. But there is another way to find that out without building up any chat history. And I'm going to be telling you about that a little bit later on in this video. Now, Talk2 integrates directly with Shopify. It also integrates with several other e-commerce platforms, and it integrates with WordPress. So whatever you're actually using for your dropship website, you should be able to use Talk2 without any problems at all. Now, if you're using Shopify, the best way to install Talk2 is to go over to the Shopify App Store and type in Talk, T-A-W-K, in the search bar, and it will come up in the results. Now, the easiest way I always find to install something from the App Store into my Shopify store is to log into my store and then click through to the App Store from my Shopify store admin area. And that way I'm already logged in. So once you do that, you just click here to add the widget, and then you can customize that widget to suit your own website. Now I'm going to show you how to install a free tool on your website to let you track everything that's going on. So you're going to be able to track where your visitors are coming from, which is great because you're going to know where to focus your efforts. So if you find that most of your visitors are coming from Facebook, then you'll know that you can focus more effort on Facebook. If you find most of them are coming from Pinterest, then you can focus more effort on there. It's also going to show you lots of other things. You're going to learn a lot about your visitors' behavior, where they go when they leave your site, which page they spend more time on, which times of the day that you get more visitors. You're going to learn which visitors convert into sales. So you're going to learn whether your visitors from Facebook are giving you more sales or your visitors from the search engines are giving you more sales. So many things you're going to be able to learn from this, and it's invaluable information because, as I say, it lets you know not just where to focus your efforts, but when to focus your efforts as well. Now, the first thing you need before you can do this, you need a Google account. So if you don't have one already, or if you want a brand new one, just go to accounts.google.com/sign up and create a new Google account. Once you've done that, stay signed into your new account and go over to google.com/analytics. Don't worry about this stuff after the /, you don't need to add that, just google.com/analytics. And when you get to this page, the easiest way to do this is to go over here to where it says sign in, click the drop down box and select Google Analytics. Now, providing you're still signed into your Google account, on the next page you're going to get a form to fill in. It's a very short form and it's just going to ask you for a couple of details along with your website name and your website URL. And then at the bottom of that form where you click submit, then it's going to bring up a new page with a tracking code on it. And that tracking code will start with the word script and end with the word script. And you want to copy that and paste it onto a notepad or some kind of text file on your device. Now, the next thing to do is to go and log in to your Shopify website. Now, if you're using a different platform, not Shopify, then you'll have to look at the instructions for that particular platform. But here on Shopify, this is what you do. You log into your dashboard, you go to settings and then online store, and you'll get a page like this where you see your title and meta description. And then down here, next one down is Google Analytics. Now, I've already got Google Analytics installed on my website, but it won't look like this for you. So if you don't have it installed, instead of what you see here, you're going to see an empty box, and at the top it's going to say enter your tracking code here, or words along those lines. So this is where you're going to paste that code that starts with script and ends with script, the code that you copied earlier from Google Analytics, and you're going to paste that in here. You also want to tick this box here to use enhanced e-commerce. Now, I just want to point one thing out. If by any chance you've already got Google Analytics installed on your website and it's the old version of Google Analytics, then in order to use enhanced e-commerce, you need to upgrade. So you need to uninstall and reinstall the latest version of Google Analytics, because Google Analytics has recently been updated to have a whole lot more features in it, and it's now even better for e-commerce stores, which is great. But if you have an old version of Google Analytics in there, the only way to be able to use enhanced e-commerce is to upgrade to the newest version. Okay, so once your code's in here and you've ticked use enhanced e-commerce, click save, and now we're going to go back over to Google Analytics because we're not quite finished yet. Now, the last step is back in your Google Analytics account, click on admin up in the top and you're going to get a page like this. Now, under property, you'll probably only have one here, but if you have been using Google Analytics already for other things, then you may have to click the drop down box to select the one you want. But you're going to be selecting your store, your dropship website. And then over here under view, you want to leave this as all website data, and then scroll down and you're looking for e-commerce settings. So click on that. You will have an on-off toggle box for enable e-commerce, and it will be off by default. So you want to click on for that. So you want to toggle it on. And then on the next page, you will have this enhanced e-commerce settings. You want to toggle that on as well. And then you simply click submit. And once you've done that, you are enabled for enhanced e-commerce settings and reporting. And after a couple of days, you can log back in here to your Google Analytics. You can go into your dashboard and you can start seeing what's going on with the visitors coming to your website. And as time goes on, you're going to build up more and more information, and you're going to start seeing this really valuable info about where your visitors are coming from, what they're doing, which visitors are converting into sales, which pages are the most popular pages on your website, and all sorts of other information. And finally, I want to show you 2 really useful apps that can help to increase sales on your website. And the first one is McAfee Secure. Now what this does, it displays the secure logo on your website. Now these days many people are concerned about internet fraud. They're concerned about phishing, they're concerned about having their credit card details stolen on the internet, and we know it happens. Now the fact is, using Shopify, your visitors are going to be very secure anyway, but they don't know that. So if you've got the trust mark on your website, it really does help to instill confidence in your customers, and that will increase sales. Now the trust mark is not intrusive, it's just prominent enough so that visitors can see it. So I do recommend you install this app. If you're logged in to your Shopify admin area, you can simply click on Get. And to find it, by the way, you just type in the search bar here, McAfee Secure, and it'll come up. Then click on Get, and providing you're logged in, it will automatically install on your website. And I'm also recommending the Promo Bar Banner, which is another free app in the App Store. Basically what this does, it allows you to have a bar at the top of your website. You can customize this bar to promote different offers. So you can have different text up here, and you can change it as often as you like. You can also customize the look of the bar as well, so it matches with your website theme. Now, if you're using the free shipping bar, which also displays at the top of your website, I don't recommend you use both. I'm not even sure if both would work together, but even if they do, it's not going to look right. So it's one or the other. So if you're not using the free shipping bar, then I recommend you go ahead and you install the promo bar.